host actually came to me in the actually kind of is a very disgusting way. Actually, my dog had worms, and I was studying these worms probably too closely, and had been reading a story about Chernobyl and about the extinction of species, and somehow synthesized all that information and put it together, and came up with one of the, I think, ever popular episodes on the show. Fluky, as he's come to be known, was played by Darren Morgan, who has gone on to be one of the most popular episode writers on the show.
They say it cuts the smell if you don't breathe through your mouth.
The sewer system is very old and brick. My father actually was a construction worker who put in sewer lines and storm drains for a living, so he was a resource for me, telling me how these things were built, how the catwalks looked. We actually created that entire sewer set on stage, complete with water tanks and running water. It was wonderfully done by our production designer, Graham Murray. And the action scenes in it play so creepy and real that you never ever doubt that Mulder isn't going underwater and taking a big mouthful of sewage. I think Fluky is the embodiment of everyone's sense of vulnerability. The idea that something exists in the underworld of the sewer system and that it might, in fact, come up to bite you in the most delicate of places. I think that's what I get from most people. And he was a disgusting creature. And we actually saw very little of him. I actually wanted to see less of him in the show than we did. But it just so happens that some of the angles and the lighting showed more of him than I wanted to see. But I think that was what was creepy too, is you never got a perfect look at him until the very end. The trick in this episode, as Gillian Anderson's pregnancy progressed, was to shoot her in ways to disguise her pregnancy, and there are lots of very fancy trick angles, well-placed trench coats, and scenes where she is seated rather than standing. But I think now when you look at her, when you go back to look at an episode like this, you see that she's got that radiant glow of pregnancy, and that her face is fuller, and she looks so completely different now. It actually is. It'll be a nice thing for her to, I think, go back and look at as her daughter grows up to sort of remember what that was like.